Hi guys, welcome back to another brand new video of my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to summarize for you guys another great book by Dahl. So this book is called Going Solo, and this book is the continuous part of his previous book, Boy. So this book is, as you already know, an autobiography about his life, but it is the second part of his life when he is fully grown up. He is a grown man. So when he left off of the last book, he said that he was going to find a job, and he found a job, and his job is he need to go to work in Africa for about maybe 3 years or so. So he decided to pack his bag, say goodbye to his mother, his family, then off he go, his first ever voyage. So when, like back in the days, you can't just travel by planes because that is impossible, because planes are not invented in that year. People do have planes, but the planes are small. Like the planes are very small, so it could fly a short distance, not a long distance. So from England to Africa, you need to go by boat, and when you go by boat, it will take about 3 to 4 weeks to actually get to Africa. So it is a long way. So when Roald go onto the boat, he started his voyage. He spent about 3 weeks or 4 weeks on board, and finally he made it to Africa. So when he arrived at Africa, each person in England, when they go to Africa, they will have servants, or they say they're boys, but I'm going to say servant because it is more familiar. So when Roald arrived to Africa, he gets his own servant, and his servant's name is Modishu. So they make great friends. They soonly become friends, and then they hang out together a lot. And then Modishu told Roald about all the stories in Africa, all about the animal in Africa. In Africa, we have like a snake, and it is very dangerous because all snakes in Africa is dangerous and poisonous. So one day, Roald happened to encounter with a very dangerous snake, but Modishu killed the snake eventually, and then Roald is safe. And then a few weeks passed. Roald actually adapted with Africa. He started to like Africa, and he thinks that 3 years is going to be long, but he will make it, and he will return home eventually. So a few years passed, like 1 or 2 years passed. He decided to join the military because at that time the World War II was happening. So he decided to join the military, and especially he joined the RAF. So the RAF is like a pilot training program, and when you enter the RAF, you will eventually become a pilot. Then you will fly planes, and then you will fight off enemies. So Roald decided to join the pilot military, and at that time the doctor said that Roald was too tall to join the pilots because the plane cockpit was so small that Roald have to curl his leg up so that he could fit. So the doctor said that he was too tall, but Roald insisted the doctor that he was going to join the military and fight for his country. So the doctor agreed eventually and let Roald join the pilot, the RAF. So when Roald is in the RAF, he makes friends very quickly, and then he makes some friends, and then every day he trains his plane. And one day he has his first mission. So his captain told him to fly his plane to that direction, and in that direction he would find a base camp there, and then he would land there and receive another mission. So when Roald is on his way, there was a sandstorm or something happened to his plane, so it caused him to crash down. So when he crashed, the plane exploded, but luckily Roald survived, because it is a miracle that he survived. So when Roald survived, the people nearby saw Roald, and then they just picked him up and then put him into the hospital nearby. So he spent about 5 or 6 months recover in the hospital, and when he's in the hospital, his eyes started to swell, and then the doctor said that he will be blind, but Roald don't think that he's blind. So one day when he was in the hospital, his eyes started to work normally again. So Roald is very happy, so that he could finally join the RAF again. So for about 5 or 6 months, he recovers from his injuries, and then he returned to the RAF. So his team was in Greek at the time, and Roald have to spend like 1 or 2 weeks at base camp so that he could, learn all the things again, and then he can get his plane. His plane at the time was a Hurricane, and he got that Hurricane and fly to Greece to meet with his team. So that day, the Germans and the Italian attack the base. So that means that everyone have to fly their plane up in the sky and start to fight. So his team was shot down badly, and Roald luckily survived the second time. So when he survived, he returned. His team was about like 20 planes, but now when the war is over, his team was consisted of 6 or 7 planes. So they were shot down a lot. So the next time when Roald go up in the sky, he has like some serious headache because he told his captain that when he go to a high altitude, his head started to itch very badly. So he decided to land and told his captain about that. His captain said that he need to retrieve from the military and he would be going home because he can't be flying a plane with a serious headache, because that could cause serious trouble. So the military sent Roald home. So Roald is very grateful because now after 3 long years, he could be finally reunited with his family, his mom, his siblings. So when he returned home, his mother was already waiting him at the door. So that is the end of his book. And I read this book 9.3 out of 10. It is a great book. So if you want to find out about how Roald fight in this war, maybe about Roald adulthood, this book is your best choice. So this is the end of this video, and I hope you guys like my video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Goodbye.